Only God Forgives, Nicholas Winding Refn's follow-up to Drive. This is one of those films that instantly splits audiences. Some people think it's a masterpiece, others think it's pretentious nonsense. Me? I think it's a unique, hypnotic piece of cinema that you just don't get every day. First off, the movie is stunning to look at. Bangkok at night, drenched in neon, every frame composed like a painting. The cinematography of Nicholas Winding Refn's movies are always unreal. The soundtrack, that pulse synth-heavy soundtrack that you get, it's like you're drifting through a nightmare you can't wake up from.
My brother's right. You're a good fighter. Don't spend it all in one place.
And then there's the cast, the performances. Fascinating mix of Thai character actors, American and British talent. You've got Vitaya Panzringam as Chang, calm, methodical, like a spirit of vengeance in human form. Then there's Billy, Julian's brother, played by Tom Burke, who explodes onto the scene with raw, reckless energy. He's violent, impulsive and disturbing, and his brief but brutal presence sets the tone for everything that follows.
Time to meet the devil.
Kristen Scott Thomas as Julian's mother, this almost Shakespearean villain, all cruelty and venom. She's chewing scenery in the best possible way, giving one of the boldest performances of her career.
Did you get the guy that did it? How did you kill him?
Go.
Get the door.
Billy raped and killed a 16-year-old girl.
I'm sure he had his reasons.
The film treats violence almost like a religious ceremony. Every act feels slow, deliberate, and symbolic, rather than just for shock. Vitaya's character, the cop, Chang, acts like a god figure. He's not just a man with a sword, he's the embodiment of punishment, balance, and divine retribution. The film plays with cultural clashes. The Westerners are lost and weak in a Thai underworld where power works differently. Beauty in horror. Refn mixes extreme brutality with gorgeous visuals, neon lighting, and surreal sound design. It's deliberately contradictory, forcing you to feel both disgust and awe at once. That's what makes the film feel so hypnotic and frustrating at the same time. It's less about plot and more about mood, imagery, and myth. Oh, and then there's Ryan Gosling, the protagonist, the star of the film. If you watch Only God Forgives, it feels like Gosling is giving the weakest performance in the whole cast. He barely speaks, barely emotes, he's almost blank. He's so out of place compared to the heightened performances around him that it feels almost like a bad performance. But this is intentional. Gosling is playing Julian, a man completely repressed, swallowed up by guilt, his mother's control, by his inability to act. He's passive in a world where everyone else is decisive, violent, and expressive. And it makes him uncomfortable to watch, annoying at times. You're waiting for him to do something that he just never really does. Gosling's character Julian barely speaks. His silence isn't emptiness, it's repression. He's crushed under guilt, fear, and his mother's dominance, the Oedipal conflict. Julian's relationship with his mother is central. She humiliates him, she emasculates him, and this fuels his violence.
What with Billy being the older brother and having a bigger cock, Julian's was never small. Oh, it was enormous. How can you compete with that? Billy was everything Julian wanted to be.
Julian isn't the hero you expect from a crime thriller. He's passive, haunted, and almost ghost-like. The film flips the usual macho revenge fantasy on its head. It's almost like Refn's making a point that the star of the film is hollow and weak and unworthy of being the hero in his own story. Gosling's blankness becomes the statement, and in a way, it's kind of genius. The irony is that the most captivating performances, Panzering Arm as Chang, Kristen Scott Thomas as the mother, completely overshadow him. But maybe that's the point too. His character is overshadowed by all of these larger-than-life characters. This isn't really Julian's story. He's just trapped in it. He's trapped amongst these larger-than-life characters. He's the victim in the story, trying to live up to what he's been taught his whole life. So if you go into Only God Forgives expecting to see Drive, the sequel, you're going to be disappointed. But instead, if you watch it as a strange, violent art house film, a meditation on guilt, vengeance, and repression, it's kind of brilliant. And maybe Ryan Gosling being the worst actor in the movie isn't a flaw. Maybe it's the most honest performance of all. And I think, to be honest, Ryan Gosling is such a cool actor that it's one of my favourite films because of Ryan Gosling.